Really, I gotta go and put things away. Okay, I need more spines for that.
Hi. What is this polluted water I keep on hearing about?
Nothing.
Hello. Officially, the church is against this type of tournaments. But, oh well, traditions are traditions. Now,
did the rat you fight really talk?
Give him the chair.
There are records that show men used lab rats to do all sorts of experiments back in the old world. Maybe they even made their animals talk. Thanks for the gift.
Okay, time to go there, I guess.
It crashed over in the collapsed wasteland. I should check it out.
I don't have time for it.
don't let us kids... They don't let us kids join in the fun. It's not fair.
Hey! I try not to tell my granny everything happening around our town, such as the dirty water. She'd only become needlessly worried. Thanks for the gift.
Hi! I must say, you really can handle yourself. Some of our other builders would run away from danger, but you meet it head on. Thanks, this looks nice.
Hello! For some reason, Minister Lee actually really likes this tournament. Maybe he was a fighter in his last life. Is that?
Hey! When not polluted, Portia's water is the best. It's nice to receive things on holiday, no matter what they are. Thank you.
Hi. Oh, this just reminds me of the time when... Oh, this just reminds me of the time when I was in the Corps. We'd spar for fun all the time.
Hello. Don't overstress yourself. If you think you're losing, just drop the fight and don't get hurt. I like it. You're very nice. Hello. Oh no, I didn't get you anything.
Hi! Arlo was very high on you when he told me about your adventure fighting the Rat King. He said he never expected a builder to be able to put up a fight, much less win. Must have been a fright.
I have a lot of time for it.
Hey! Are you alright? Builders normally don't have to fight off giant rodents. Your pa also had a knack for running into real trouble.
Hey! Hi.
Hi. My flowers are so happy to drink fresh water again. Seeing the tournament really gets my adrenaline pumping.
Hi! Even though Django didn't show it on the outside, I think he was worried enough that he was about to run into the ruins to solve the issue with the water himself. Ha ha ha! It's always nice to get your favorite thing while on holiday.
Hello! Glad the episode with the nasty water's finally over. Maybe I'll get my water from Old Duck Pond going forward.
Hello. Well, it's better to fight here than in some random ruins. Thank you, this is great!
Hey! You know, I was almost getting used to the green water.
Sure.
It's own charm, I guess.
Hello. I've always heard the Bannerets say that they had a king, but I didn't know he existed for real. I wish I could be as good as you. Is this what you're supposed?
He was already gave him a gift. Wait, recipes?
Hi. I hope no one gets hurt.
They have an even bigger tournament for martial arts in Atara each year. Looks like you spent some thought on this.
Hey, you're going to be fighting, right? I'll cheer you on.
I really love this.
Wait, what?
What's wrong? You seem to have something on your mind.
Oh, it's about Gust. He wants to participate in a design competition held by the Vincent Design Institute. One of the categories is to make an architectural model. I've heard that he's struggling to select a material for the model since he's after something with high durability. I've always been focused on my work. Then, when I'm home, I usually fret over Ginger. I guess I haven't been much of a father to my son, but I really want to help him out this time. But I just don't know what to do. Can you help me? As a builder, you probably know a lot about materials, right? Now, what should I do?
What's wrong?
Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just that I ordered a new book for my daughter last month, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, the shipment won't arrive until much later. So, I've been trying to find some other way to get her that new book. The mysterious man came back to town yesterday. He actually had this new novel, but he refused to sell it for mysterious reasons. He said I had to use a pan-bat mask to exchange for it.
I think there's two quests that are triggered by him.
Mask, but you do. Can you do me a favor and make a deal with the salesman? Hi! Did you get the book?
Okay, we're next. This is kind of weird. Is that the oh, that's the second day. Okay, that makes sense. We got time till 12. The question is, where is Arlo? Must be in the ruins. I guess not. Where is he?
You want the Legend of the Red Prince as well? It's rare, so I don't want money for it. I want a Panbat mask. Yeah, Stranger Quest, I know, yada yada, don't care. That's what I want. Remember, I'm leaving soon, so you'll have to make it quick.
Okay.
Okay, not bad, not bad. The balance is good, so this'll do. Here's your book. Enjoy. Hello. Time to head back.
Oh, this is great. Ginger's been looking forward to this novel for a long time. Thank you so much. Our first settlers had tournaments because they needed to keep up their skills. Even though it's more peaceful nowadays, we still need to keep our skills sharp.
So, have you been practicing? Today's the real thing.
Still waiting. Well.
Oof! 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 Ah! Oof!
Is it free?
Oof! Oof! Ah! Oof! Ah! Oof!
Done. Okay. Nice to meet these two. These two. But where is Arlo?
Hi. Last year's tournament was super exciting. I won't miss this year's. Hi. Everyone in town knows a bit of self-defense. Just shows what type of world we live in.
What the heck was that? Are we under attack?
Nope.
I saw it fall from the sky. It was scary.
Can you at least tell us what it is? This is big news.
I'm telling you, it's aliens.
No.
This must be fully investigated.
Calm down, everyone. We're on top of this. Arlo and Remington are at the crash site right now. We'll let you know what it is as soon as we find out.
It'd be funny if he's here, it doesn't actually put him through.
Oh, there you are. What's the word?
It appears to be a relic of some sort.
Relic?
Really?
Aliens?
No.
But we have a problem. We need, you, Builder. We need your help.
Why?
What's wrong?
The relic knocked over a tower and created a giant hole on the ground. Some monsters came out as a result. I measured it to be around 4 by 5 meters. We need it patched right away. Give us something quick. Sam, don't let anyone in until the hole's plugged. Me and Arlo are gonna clear out some monsters in the meantime.
Got it.
Hey! I'm keeping a close eye on Toby so he doesn't sneak off into the collapsed wasteland right now.
Hello. Thanks for helping me out during the mission. I'm sorry I didn't protect you better, but you handled yourself very well.
Time to chase everyone back.
Hello! This is a major scoop! I've got to cover it firsthand, but the Civil Corps won't let me into the wasteland. Well, aren't you just the
Hello? Thank you for fixing the leaking chemical pipe. We need to protect our rivers.
Hello. Very manly of you to face off against a talking rodent claiming to be king and defeat it.
Today, every gift gives
Hi.
double.
It must have been an old space station or something. Without regular maintenance, its orbit would have decayed over the last several hundred years. Is it for me? Thank you.
I'm gonna go make another steel plate. I need a lot of steel plates, honestly. 9 in total. I only have 2. What do I need for the cooking sets? I need to defeat a few more of these spike gremlins. I'm not sure what they're called anymore. Sea urchins. I think that'll be enough for now. This is winding down.
Hi! The green... What was that thing? A present?
Hello. I'm actually really strong as well. Django's been teaching me. I love getting...
Gotta find Arlo. Okay, they just disappeared somewhere there. Where is he? I think it's the fact that this thing is still going on. Finishing the quest.
Hi! I've been fielding questions from my students since that object came crashing down. I don't really have a good answer right now. I've been fielding questions. Thanks! It looks really...
We got mining. Specifically for artifacts. The Gus playdate thing is not going to be happening tomorrow either. Since this whole thing today is going to be occupied with sitting in the shade of a tree with Ginger. Somewhat far. I don't plan on making everything, just to work on the tempered class, just so I can get some during next in-game day. Collect everything.
Hi. It was said that during the Day of Calamity, thousands of metal bombs crushed down to Earth, just like that object that crashed into the collapsed wasteland. I hope for our sake that it's not the same thing happening again. I like it. You're very nice. Oh, it's nothing to worry about. It's probably just some space junk left over from hundreds of years ago. Just be glad it didn't directly hit our town.
Do one. What is missing? Oh yeah, it's Saturday.
Can't think of anything. Thanks, though. I'll keep that in mind. Uh-huh.
Hi! I heard from Dawa that everything worked out in the end. Still, a Rat King? Sounds like something straight from a fairy tale.
Who is nearby?
Hi. What? A present?
Hey! Hey, kid! Gotta watch your back today. I won't be out there coming to your rescue.
Hey! They don't let us kids join in the fun. It's not fair. I love
Hey! I hope whatever crashed in the ruins isn't something dangerous. Is that?
Hey, I haven't heard anything about what that thing was. Do you know? Thank you very much.
Hey! Do you think that crashed object is the metal bomb that Minister Lee talked about before? You know,
No.
the ones that appeared during the Day of Calamity? Wonderful!
Okay, dude. AI be tripping out. Two or three, depending on how we do. Oof. I was not expecting him to be that tough, honestly. We're not gonna beat it. Yeah.
Thank you. Hopefully this will help out Gust. Actually, I was hoping that he would follow in my footsteps. When I retire, I'd hoped he would run for mayor and continue to serve the residents of Portia. A political dynasty. Oh, however, he's got his own dreams to follow. All I can do is support him every step of the way.
Have you ever told him that?
Kind of. Maybe I should go and tell him today. Oh, thank you for the help. Hey! I don't have too much to say about the crashed space station for now. I'll make an announcement at a fireside meeting. Thank you very much.
Hello. I was worried someone might have been hurt from that crash, but they haven't brought anyone over to the clinic yet. Thank you.
Hello. Papa Bear told me not to go check out the crash area, so I guess I won't. Is this what you're supposed to give each other?
Hello! I'm keeping a close eye on...
Hey, I'm trying to get more sources on that crashed object, but it seems like the Civil Corps have sealed that area off. I like this gift.
Hi. I spent all day building the set. What do you think?
Give the bear some honey.
Hey, that thing that crashed down. What could it be? Were there people in it? I really love this.
They have an even bigger tournament for martial arts in a terra. Looks like you spent some thought on this.
Hi. I'm sure I'll find a use for them.
Hey, that crash was scary. I thought we were under attack by Duvos again. Until Sam told me it was alright.
Hello? I was out on a boat when this thing came crashing down. What do you think it is?
Maybe some kind of old space station.
Hey! What in the doodles was that thing? I had to spend all day calming down my animals.
Hey! Did you see that thing that crashed into the collapsed wasteland? I heard it's a UFO! Did you see that thing that...
Hello! I was scared out of my wits by that loud crash. I hope no one was hurt. You could have tried a...
Do you think that crashed?
Hey! I was out fishing when that thing crashed down. It looked like a bright comet.
Hi! Whatever it was that crashed, I'm just glad it didn't crash into town.
Hi. It must have been an old space station or something. Without regular maintenance, its orbit would have decayed over the last several hundred years. Is it for me?
Hello. The whole town's talking about it. I wonder what the Civil Corps found over there in the collapsed wasteland. It's nice to receive things on holiday.
Hello? It's hard to predict the winner.
Hello. I hope we're not under attack or something. The Civil Corps aren't saying much. Ha, thanks.
Hi! This is a major scoop! I've got to cover it firsthand, but... Oh, the Civil Corps won't let me into the wasteland.
Because it's not safe.
Well, aren't you
Hello. Everyone needs to stay calm. Being frightened doesn't solve anything. Thank you. This is great.
Hello. That crash really scared me. I thought we were doomed. Thank you for giving me a present.
You're kind of a charmer, aren't you? Think you could help me out with something? I just saw Toby and Jack have a heated argument over a kickball game. Toby pushed Jack and called him names, then Jack ran off crying. It's not the first time either. I want to round him up and teach him a lesson. So, what do you say? Can you go find Jack while I find Toby? Jack went towards Papa Bear's house. I doubt he made it too far. Great. Bring him back here. I need to teach him how to deal with bullies. Hello. I don't care what the Civil Corps says. I'm going to stock up a bit to make sure I'm not caught flat-footed. Duvos will never catch me off guard. Thanks for the gift.
Jack?
Uh.
Let's go back to town, Jack. Alice and Lucy must be worried about you.
Toby's such a jerk. I'm never playing with him again.
Jack, it's time to go back, okay?
No, I'm not going back until Toby admits that he's a jerk.
Unhand me, you oaf!
I'll let you go, but if you make me grab you again, there will be noogies.
Okay. Cease.
Hey, I found our culprit.
What's the big idea, huh? Adults getting involved in kids' business? Seems a little creepy to me.
A lot of it's bullying.
Silence! The quarter man is now in session. Toby, you stand accused of bullying, a high crime against manliness. How do you plead?
Bullying? Jack, would you get a load of this guy? The furniture guy thinks I'm a bully. I've never been so insulted in all my life. Tell him what a great friend I am, Jack. Jack?
Guilty!
What? Jack, are you crying?
No.
Take a knee, kiddos. It's time for you to learn a lesson in manology from none other than me, Polly, the Minister of Manliness.
Can I be excused from this?
Friendship is one of the most important things in any decent man's life. You want to know something worth a lot less than friendship? Winning at sports. Yes, winning at sports is manly, but if all men dedicated their lives to sports and sports alone, well, all our society would quickly crumble into sweaty and nutritionless dust. A true man supports other men on their own manly journeys, sports or no. Pushing your friend, insulting his manliness, calling him names? Is this really how you think a man behaves? If so, you're wrong. And you, Jack, don't think you're off the hook either.
Huh? But I'm the victim here.
Be that as it may, running from your problems is quite unmanly. A real man is brave enough to tell people when his feelings have been hurt. Furthermore, a real man is brave enough to apologize when he's wrong. Now, Jack, demand an apology from Toby. Toby, apologize to Jack.
This is an awkward intervention.
Toby, what you did really hurt my feelings, and I think you should say you're sorry.
You're right. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I just got mad. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Toby. I know we're always gonna be best friends.
This feels forced.
And I guess I could try to get better at kickball.
I can teach you, and I won't be a jerk this time.
That sounds great.
Let's go play now.
Court is adjourned.
Whoa, Polly! That was manly.
No.
Haha! Well, truth be told, I see a lot of myself in Toby and Jack. The only manly thing to do was to try and offer a bit of guidance that I never had. Stay manly yourself out there, kid. Thanks for playing Roundup for me today.
I was on my morning.
If it's a space station that crashed over there, I think we can get some good data disks from it. Thank you for giving me a present.
Crafted. Time to make that basket.
Hey! I've been fielding questions from my students since that object came crashing down. I don't really have a good answer right now. Thanks?
Okay.
Something else? Sure thing.
Hi. We're not under attack, are we? Do we have to move again?
Nope.
My sis was right. Holidays are awesome.
a store. All the way back to the workshop. Final match. It's probably not gonna happen.
hope no one gets hurt.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about. It's...
Might should be a dungeon. Um. I guess I just kept on
Well,
getting out there.
Oh, I was having a great day too. This thing just had to ruin it.
What is it anyway? I don't remember seeing anything like this in the books.
Why don't we pop it open and see?
No.
Holy moly!
It's a robot.
How rude. The name's Ack. Ack.
Ack?
No, it's Ack. Clack. Ack. Oh, what the?
Who are you exactly, Ack Bot? What is this?
I'm the chef of my space station. A piece of which is right here.
Space station?
Cheapers creepers! I'm on the ground! How the heck did I get here?
You fell from the sky.
You don't say.
Yep.
Ack!
Whoa there. Don't move, okay?
I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking!
We gotta show him to the mayor.
Yeah, we should. I'll grab him. Come along.
Fine. Why did we put him in jail?
You can't arrest me! I know my rights!
Now, please calm down, Mr. Ack. We're just trying to sort out this situation. You unexpectedly dropped in on us after all. Anyhow, I take it that you were on the Altair 1 space station for the duration of the last 300 years. Am I correct?
I'm not saying anything until I see my lawyer.
There's no lawyers here.
Fascinating.
Why are we even talking to this thing?
Look, Mr. Ack, the sooner you show us you're not a threat, the better off it is for all of us.
Well, call me a pancake, but I'm a chef. How am I a threat? And to answer your question, I was in maintenance mode for the last 330 years, 2 months, and 17 days. When I woke up, I was here.
So you're not an assassin sent from Duvos?
No.
Look, old monsieur, I know not what a Duvos is. And even if I did, why would I tell you?
You have a point.
What should we do with him?
Get rid of it right now. We don't know what it'll do. Remember the dancing robot in Ethia?
I say we let him stay at the research center. We'll take responsibility for him. He's a treasure trove to be explored.
How dare you! You're putting everyone's lives on the line.
He's a living AI. There aren't too many like him here in the Free Cities.
You know, I can hear you. Don't you care to know what I want?
Go on.
I'd say release me, but I know you're not going to do that. So I want a glass of milk.
You can drink liquids.
Okay, that can be arranged.
And I want to know what happened to my crewmates.
Arlo?
We checked the crash station. Your crewmates didn't make it. They died hundreds of years ago. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Mr. Ack, I'm sorry for your loss. For now, I need you to cooperate and stay here until we figure out what options we have for you. Can you do that?
Yeah. Sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Also, young builder, since you're here, see if you can do something about Mr. Ack's leg and head. Make him as comfortable as you can.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Hello! Sam told me you really showed some fighting chops going up against the Rat King. We'll be depending on you if we ever run into such a situation again. Thank you! I never expected you to give me this.
I wish I was there to see this talking rodent. Why do I always miss out on the exciting stuff around here?
You'll probably have your own time.
The key to martial arts is to combine your body with your spirit. Find that zen. The key to martial arts... Thank you. Never expected you to give me this.
Life is hard, then you die. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Nah.
Mr. Ack, do you want me to fix up your leg and head wounds?
What's the point? Oh, my dear Lara. Hallelujah.
Mr. Ack seems down. Maybe a glass of milk will cheer him up.
I'm probably not gonna deal with that for a while. There's someone getting nearby. Oh, her again. I was not planning on making 71 of them. I should make 10. Dude. That is annoying. Oh well. Luckily I do need to mine more iron. Anyway, it's gonna be the last day for today, and I'll see you some other time.